Hello and welcome back. So I hope you're having a blessed Sunday, and now we are here. First of all, let's start off by wishing the Duchess of Sussex a happy 43rd birthday. We hope that she is having a fantastic and blessed day, even as we now go into some highlights from the interview that Harry and Meghan had with CBS. So Harry and Meghan sat down for a new joint interview. They were joined by Jane Pauley to discuss a new initiative for kids regarding social media called the Parents Network. So we did have the teaser where Meghan said this, quote, "All you want to do as parents is protect them. And so as we can see what's happening in the online space, we know that there is a lot of work to be done there. We are just happy to be able to be a part of change for good," end quote. So there was a moment that I want to highlight here during the interview where Meghan and Harry, of course, are now supporting parents in this initiative whose children have been impacted by social media use. And I will try here to modify some of the terms so that the algorithm doesn't ding this video. But of course, we know we're talking about the online harms where even lives have been lost as a result. So this is following a 2-year pilot program, and this initiative is now available for parents in the US, UK, and Canada. So this was the moment I want to highlight here. During the interview, Pauley asked Meghan about her decision to open up about her own thoughts of self-harm. In March 2021, we know the Duchess of Sussex said this openly in a sit-down interview with Oprah that, quote, "she just didn't want to be alive anymore," end quote. Meghan has previously spoken about bullying and abuse that she was subjected to and was experiencing through social media, online, and of course through the press. And Pauley said that she recognized that the through line, in quotes, between her experience and that of the children affected by harmful situations they encounter on the internet. So Meghan responded, quote, "When you have been through any level of pain or trauma, I believe part of our healing journey, certainly part of mine, is being able to be really open about it," end quote. Meghan went on to say, quote, "I haven't really scraped the surface on my experience, but I do think that I would never want someone else to feel that way, and I would never want someone else to be making those sorts of plans, and I would never want someone else not to be believed," end quote. So Meghan added this, and this made me so emotional. She said this, quote, "If me voicing what I have overcome will save someone or encourage someone in their life to really genuinely check in on them and not assume that the appearance is good so everything is okay, then that's worth it. I'll take a hit for that," end quote. So yes, this is as parents themselves. Harry and Meghan spoke about their desire to protect their children, 5-year-old Archie and 3-year-old Princess Lilibet, from online harmful content. So let's just touch back on that, what Meghan said. We know that Meghan, in that moment in the interview, she was so open about what she had gone through, referenced the night in question when she had to open up to Harry, and she said that she even had a hard time telling him what she was really going through because Harry, of course, had experienced so much loss, and how they both had to overcome the shame of that, and they had to go to that event that night. And I think a lot of us have seen those images of Meghan at that event wearing that really lovely dark dress, all sparkly, and everyone thought that they looked so fantastic on the night, but yet behind the scenes it was quite a rough thing that Meghan was going through. And it is good to see her once again, being vulnerable and opening up about what she went through. And remember, there was a lot of people saying that they did not believe her. And people asked, so how would she prove to you, in fact, that what she was actually saying was true? Now, of course, the answer to that is only if she went through with what she was considering at the time, with all of the pressure and sadness and, all those thoughts that were going through her mind, saying that she just did not want to be alive anymore. So it was kind of sad. Actually, when we think back on that, it is really, really sad to see how some people online in the press reacted to that statement, saying that they did not believe her, calling her all types of names other than her given name, that is. And I think it's good that here Harry and Meghan can speak about this openly and support parents who, in fact, their children have paid that ultimate price because of what they've been subjected through social media, bullying, and so many other things. And watching the interview and seeing the other parents there who were featured, you couldn't help but admire them for using their experience to try and help other parents not go through what they had gone through. When they were asked by Polly about this initiative that they're launching and the fact that the parents there were not so many, it was just a small number to start with, Meghan did answer this. She said that she, quote, looked at this through the lens of, quote, what if it was my daughter? What if it was my son? If you can look at it through the lens of as a parent, there's no way to see that as any other way than to try and find a solution, end quote. So it's good to see Harry and Meghan taking that initiative with these parents. Some of the parents as well who were featured, the parents' sons had bought what they thought was a painkiller, but in fact it was a lethal dose of fentanyl. Other parents talked about how their children were bullied and they lost their children through that method on social media. And you could just see the parents truly appreciating this network that they have to bolster each other. So the Parents Network and its No Child Lost to Social Media campaign ties into the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's long-standing work with families to provide a support network for parents dealing with grief or who have children managing mental health conditions resulting from their exposure to harmful online content. So Meghan and Harry have engaged deeply with parents and young people about the repercussions of social media on their mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It became strikingly clear to them that there is a critical need for connection and community amongst those who understand the pain, fear, and isolation caused by social media's impact on children. So Harry and Meghan are truly behind this, and they are standing behind the transformative power of community, and that is why they say they have created the network to connect those who face those challenges and offer mutual support. And the first in-person event was in October 2023, where the couple spoke at a panel in New York City. I did cover that. It also took place on World Mental Health Day and brought together families affected by tragic loss connected to a child's social media use. And they discussed the urgency of greater online safety. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex worked with the parents involved in the event behind the scenes over the past year. So you can see this is a project that they are passionate about, and as one of the parents said, it is just a labor of love. They're not doing it for financial gain. Harry and Meghan also expressed their support following the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on online safety for children in January. And in a statement they had published on their website, they said, quote, "We applaud the bravery and determination of the thousands of parents around the country whose advocacy resulted in this hearing. Over the past few years, we have spent time with many of these families, listening to their heartache and their hopes for the urgent change that is needed in the online space. This is an issue that transcends division and party lines, as we saw today at the Senate hearing. The best parenting in the world cannot keep children safe from these platforms. As one of the fathers shared with us, quote, if love could have saved them, all of our children would still be here, end quote. This is not the time to pass the buck of responsibility. It is the time to make necessary change at the source to keep our children safe," end quote. So we commend everyone, the Sussexes, the parents as well, who are taking part in this initiative, for being now proactive and actually holding social media platforms to account, especially where young children are concerned, and also having them take responsibility over their algorithms as well. We know that there has been the issue that has been highlighted in years past about algorithms feeding, especially young minds, content that is very, very harmful to them, content that is not conducive and is so destructive to especially young minds. And of course, across all ages, people need to be aware of echo chambers in these algorithms and content as well, which is, for lack of a better word, quite abhorrent. So kudos to everyone involved. We pray for them for their strength. And I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. And it is quite interesting for those people who are very quick to judge, quick to type negative comments, especially about Harry and Meghan here specifically. You have to know that to an extent, you have to stop playing that part in it. If you would not want someone to be overly critical about you, to be spreading lies about you, then why would you do that to anyone else? And I love that Harry and Meghan are just being so proactive. Their own children, although they are 5 and 3, we know have been subjected to online media abuse. Some people have suggested that the children of the Sussexes are not real, that they are dolls. I know many of you have seen that online. Meghan herself, people accused her of wearing a baby bump in quotes. So yes, I think it is time for to be some type of accountability online. People sometimes can type a lot of strange things that they would never say to anyone's face, because of course they would not want themselves attached to that kind of online profile. So let's hope for the truth. No one wants the censorship of media spaces or shutting down free speech, but there does need to be some type of accountability on all sides of the board. This is on the side of the media platforms and on social media platforms, as well as those who use them as well, because there are those parties who do take part in the actual bullying. So I think everyone just needs to be accountable. And once again, congratulations to them. And of course, a very happy birthday to the Duchess of Sussex. Thank you for watching. We're also looking forward to Harry and Meghan's recently announced trip to Colombia. This November, the country will be hosting the first World Ministerial Conference on the elimination of violence against children. And that as well, I'm sure, is right up the couple's alley. And they will be taking part in several events related to important issues during their upcoming visit. So there's so much in store. Thank you all for watching, and share your thoughts and highlights on this in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially, and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Lady Rose, I appreciate you for the support and love that you have shown. You are such a blessing, and I appreciate you for choosing to accompany me here on this YouTube journey. Thank you. And also a very special thank you to those who gave through Super Thanks. A very special thank you to you, Rafaela Bertoni. You mean so much to me, and I'm so happy and blessed to know you. Thank you for the generosity and love that you have continued to show time and time again. I truly appreciate you. May God bless you and yours. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. I truly appreciate how thoughtful and kind you are. May God bless you all. And thank you to all who like, comment, and share. I truly appreciate that. And if you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. It truly does help out the channel. Follow on Twitter or X. I'd love to see you on there as well for more informal posts. Links are in the cards and in the pinned comment. Thank you all for watching. Keep it here for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.